Autumn frost have slain July.
This is a frame from one of my favorite animes ever. So is this, and this, and this. This is an anime formed by the collaboration of two of the biggest companies in Japanese entertainment history, Bandai and Toei. But really, this is an anime headlined by its creator, a director who has went on to show her worth in the creation of music videos such as Pokemon Gacha and her lead directing work on anime like KK Sensen. But this, right here, her first entire body of work is her magnum opus, an anime that covers universal beings, world-ending scenarios, and reality-breaking hammers. An anime about motherhood, sibling rivalry, anxiety, and depression. An anime that can only be described as one of Toei's most passionate projects. An anime perfect for the holidays. This is Kyousougiga is an anime that I found completely on accident. I was scrolling through my Crunchyroll one day after watching an episode of Nichijou, saw the cover, thought it looked mad cool, so I clicked on it, and immediately I was met with one of my favorite openings of all time. Like, not to diminish the OP song, it's fantastic, but the visuals are so captivating, so aesthetically pleasing, so enamoring that I can't help but to watch it fully every time I click on a new episode. And this is coming from me, someone who skips the Ava intro. Yes, I'm one of them, but with even how great this OP is, nothing could prepare me for the madness that is episode 0. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. Immediately, I was tossed into a world full of vibrant colors and emotions, beings I had never seen before, and unexplained concepts just floating around. It felt like it was trying to purposely confuse me, like it was trying to disorient me, like it was constantly moving. Action was rapid paced with no breaks at all, and even when I got to take a breather, they didn't tell me anything. In fact, these moments are even more drawn because they'll quickly fade into abstractness or sometimes even have you question the reality of things. What is this anime? What is it about? Who are these people? What do they want? Why are they fighting for? What is this world? How does it operate? And why is it so goddamn beautiful? I need the answer to these questions, so I kept watching. Little did I know that Matsumoto set me up for one of the greatest 1-2 punches of all time. But man, did it feel good. Pause. To summarize this anime without spoiling it, all you have to know is that the story follows Priest Mio's family. So Priest Mio used to live alone until one of the paintings of a bunny he drew began to fall in love with him. In fact, she grew so in love with him that she captured the attention of a Bodhisattva, an Ayabuddha, who in turn let this bunny named Kodo borrow her body. So no, it's not furry stuff or bestiality, calm down, but it's still insane, it's still crazy, but again, it is a fantasy anime, so in reality, it's either this or slavery. But for the half of you that remained, let's keep going. So after spending a great bit of time together, Mio begins to reciprocate the love that Kodo has for him, and after this, they begin to start a family. First, they adopt a kid named Yakushimaru, who, after a little bit of, let's call it readjusting, fits right into the family. But Kodo and Mio, fearing Yakushimaru's loneliness, give him a brother and a sister. And when I say give, I mean give. They literally draw them up and turn them alive. What the They gave him a big brother and a little sister. Kurama, despite his appearance, is definitely the big brother. He's a monk-like imp. Nah, I would have to square up with my dad if he had the power to create me and made me under 6 feet. He's a monk-like imp who's always smart, rational, and wise. And a bit conniving at times, and although he makes up for it with his intellect, he is, as his appearance suggests, physically frail. For these reasons, he is the complete opposite of Yase, who again, don't let appearances fool you. She may look cute, but she is a powerhouse. This has to do with the fact that she is a demon. Man, these are horrible parents. What the fuck, man? Man, I would be pressed too if my father made me a being from hell. What the fuck? No, that's f***ed up. No wonder why she has blatant anger issues. But with that, Yase and Kurama definitely fit the bratty young sister and smarter older brother trope, except this time with a subversion of strength. This time, the wise brother is weak while the brat sister is strong, and although it sounds very simple at first, it actually makes for some compelling characters. Later on though, due to a lot of complaints, the family is forced to move into the world of the Looking Glass, which is basically a beautiful reimagining of Kyoto for Matsumoto's mind. In the world of the Looking Glass, nothing dies, nothing ages, and everything gets repaired. It's a world that sounds amazing at first, but for Kurama and Yakushimaru, it's really just a trap. It really sounds like hell. See, Kurama's one and only dream as a kid was to experience real life at some point. Leave the house, go around, explore the planet, which he never got to do because of his origin. He was hoping to do it once he grew up, but now he's stuck in his parents' dimension conceptually forever with no chance of escape. Yikes, but not all is bad. At first he actually enjoys this world and loves creating for it. And when he does mention to his dad his dream of leaving to experience real life at some point, he agrees and promises to support him, which is great. And I didn't mention Yase because Yase just loves her mom. The world could literally be going to hell, but as long as she has her by her side, she'll always be completely fine. Foreshadowing, which is why it stings when one night after some terrible forewarning visions, Mio and Kodo have to leave, and after some quick goodbyes and promises to come back, Mio makes Yakushimaru the new priest Mio. The difference is in the eyes, and within seconds, they and the kids' dreams and freedoms disappear, not to be seen again for 14 years. And of course, after 14 years of broken promises, destroyed dreams, and lackluster hope, the siblings are starting to lose faith. We've been abandoned and our parents are never coming back is a sentiment they start to accept. I mean, nowadays, Kurama and Yase hate each other and Yakushimaru is just tired. In fact, despite its appearance, the world of the Looking Glass feels colorless and dread, and even with this wide array of people and things, it feels empty. Then one random day, a storm erupts in the middle of the capital, flashing a familiar vibrant light. Everything goes awry, the technology is malfunctioning, and no one knows what's going on. Then out from it comes a black-haired, red-eyed girl named Kodo, who, side note, got here by following a vision of a black rabbit who she believes is her mom.
This is D-writing at its finest.
Oh, and her father is a red-eyed fella named Inari. The difference is in the eyes. Never mind that though, because after 14 years, Kurama finally has a chance at exploring life. After 14 years, Yase has the possibility of seeing her mom. And after his whole life, Yakushimaru finally has a way. And that's as much I can say without spoiling. Without spoiling a 10-year-old anime. Wait, I'm sorry, that fact still blows my mind. This is 10 years old. 10 years old. The animation not only beautiful, but the aesthetic is also untouched. This is FFCL meets Monogatari meets Eccentric Family meets Space Dandy meets Madoka Magica meets Gurren Lagann. I ain't gonna lie, there are just some comparisons that don't work here. But the fact that it's drawing Trigger X Shaft comparisons whilst being a Toei anime is insane, and that's still not doing it justice. Character design, beautiful. Storyboard, marvelous. Soundtrack, oh my god.
Yes, very sad. Anyway.
Okay, I'm sorry for the meat writing, but by the end of its 10 episodes, this anime seriously ended up being one of my favorite shows of all time. But it can't all be good, right? So what's wrong with it? Well, in negative reviews of Kyousougiga, one constant complaint I see is that this show is far too convoluted, that at times it makes no sense. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that the people who are saying this are completely sane and rational persons who understandably want to know everything that's going on in the show they're watching. I mean, I do too most of the time. But the only problem is Kyousougiga is utterly insane. Not just the depiction of it, but its concept at heart. It's a show that deals with godliness, creation, omnipotence, eternity, Buddha, and this fucking hammer, inexplicable subjects that humanity can never hope to understand. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of fantasies deal with the same thing, and they do explain it. What I love about this anime is that it never tries to explain it. It leaves the fantastical fantastical, the inexplicable inexplicable, and this is what gives Kyousougiga its charm, its spark. It leaves it feeling like magic even upon a rewatch. This is what allows for these spectacles and painting-like scenes. And this nonsensical nature also applies to the action. I mean, don't get me wrong, the action scenes are beautiful, breathtaking, and cohesive. But if you're trying to understand it all or watch Giga solely for this reason, you're missing the point. And that's because Giga is a fantasy action story the same way that another 2013 show, Rick and Morty, is a sci-fi story, which is to say, not at all.
And away we go!
What happened back there?
Why don't you ask the smartest people in the universe, Jerry?
I'm Kendall Rick! What beloved Dum Dum! I'm Kendall!
See, if there's one thing I hate about the Rick and Morty fandom, is how they somehow managed to recontextualize a show so much that it actually began to change the literal product. This is expertly discussed in the YouTube video Good Show, Mad Fandom by popular YouTuber Emplement. Rick and Morty always had weird scientific fictional elements, but it was never a show about that. Nor is it a show about nihilism, nor being intelligent, nor is it about Pickle Rick. I turn myself into the Pickle Morty. No, Rick and Morty at its core is a show about dysfunctional family. Sure, it uses a nihilistic sci-fi lens to get there, but that's only to explore what it really is, a family drama.
Swim. Cover me! Oh man! Science makes sense. Family doesn't.
And this is also the case with fantasy and Kyousougiga. Yes, the fantasy and inexplicable is what gives Kyousougiga its aesthetically pleasing juice, but the explicable, the understandable is what it's all about. It's what gives it heart. The fantasy is just a lens for that, because down to its core, Kyousougiga is just a story about a family trying to move on, a boy trying to love himself, a woman who misses her mother, a man who's unsatisfied, a girl struggling to live up to the expectation that her family puts on her. It's a story about the emptiness of death and also the emptiness of life. It's a story about agony and quiet pain. As much as it is vibrant and beautiful, at times it feels like it's lively, and at times it's thinking of ending itself. At times it makes sense, but at times it's also completely irrational. Kyousougiga isn't just a family drama in disguise, it's humanity itself hidden under the efforts of gods and demons, the effort of continuing on despite having no reasoning, the effort of loving somebody who doesn't love themselves, the effort of dreaming for something that's never coming back. That's what Kyousougiga is really all about. Effort, persistence, dreams, and family. That's what makes these characters feel so alive. That's what keeps the story grounded, relatable, and emotional, even when reality is being fucking broken. What the fuck? And if you think about it, there's nothing that screams holiday season more than a fucked up family. I mean, think about some of your favorite Christmas movies. Home Alone, Elf, A Christmas Story, A Christmas with the Cranks, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, or even The Holdovers. They're all about a fucked up family. Because that's what the holidays represent, right? An imperfect group of people coming along to make something better and enjoyable. Now take that and make it anime and weird and convoluted, and that's Kyousougiga. Thank you for watching. You should watch it. Please. Thank you. Bye.